So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich. I'm here to talk about the 2019 Arabian Gulf Cup, the 24th edition of the Gulf Cup, where we're at the final stage. The semifinals were finished yesterday and I got both my predictions wrong. I knew something like that would have happened. But I think I predicted very well. Maybe not. But we have two shock teams in the final. Let's do a quick review of the group stage and then the semis before we talk about the final here. Iraq topped their group above Qatar. Both teams qualified for the semifinals. UAE came in third in their group. Yemen fourth. Saudi Arabia topped their group. Bahrain came in second. Oman came in third with an inferior goal difference to Bahrain, and then Kuwait fourth. So, Iraq played Bahrain in the semifinal, and Saudi Arabia took on Qatar, the current Asian champions. And guys, I predicted Iraq to defeat Bahrain. I predicted Qatar to defeat Saudi Arabia. But both teams I predicted to win lost their respective matches. For the Iraq-Bahrain match, well, they didn't lose, but they lost a penalty shootout. It ended in a 2-2 draw, with Mohamed Ali scoring in the 6th minute, then Abdullah Al-Hazaa equalizing in the 14th, Ibrahim Bayesh putting Iraq back ahead in the 18th minute, and then Mohamed Mahoun scored an equalizer for Bahrain in the 2nd minute of first half extra time. The game ended 2-2. Not sure if it went to extra time. Did not watch the game. But Bahrain won 5-3 in the penalty shootout to make it to the finals. I don't think Bahrain has ever won at the tournament. Well, they have never won the tournament, but they have gotten to the finals on quite a few occasions. As for the Saudi Arabia-Qatar fixture, where I was expecting Qatar to win this match, Saudi Arabia won it 1-0, courtesy of a goal in the 28th minute by Abdullah Al-Hamdan. I don't know that player, but Qatar outshot Saudi Arabia. They had most of the possession. And I mean outshot, they had 21 shots to Saudi Arabia's 4. But they weren't clinical. 62%. They weren't clinical whatsoever. And they were punished and they couldn't find the back of the net. So it will be a Saudi Arabia versus Bahrain final. Let's take a look at how these teams fared in the group stage. Saudi Arabia versus Bahrain, they were in the same group. And let's see what exactly happened when they played each other. So Saudi Arabia versus Bahrain. Where's that match? Both teams were in the same group. Can't seem to find that game. Okay. So Saudi Arabia defeated them 2-0. So it's not because Saudi Arabia won the group fixture between these two guys, but they are the favorites. But Bahrain has been doing big things in the Asian World Cup qualifiers. They're in the same group as Iran and Iraq, and they have picked up 2 draws against Iraq, and they have defeated Iran. So the Bahraini team is in very, very good form. To be honest, I would love to see them win their first title. Definitely would love to see that. But I think it's going to be Saudi Arabia. I think it's going to be Saudi Arabia who are going to win this thing. It's going to be Saudi Arabia. Definitely going to be Saudi. I cannot see Saudi Arabia losing this. Currently under Hervé Renard. Remember, he was coaching a lot of African teams, won the African Cup of Nations with Zambia, also won it with Ivory Coast, I think, and he was the coach of Morocco, took them to the World Cup, and now they sacked him after their poor African Cup of Nations campaign. He went over to Saudi Arabia, who's always sacking their coaches, and he's on the verge of winning his first minor trophy with the Saudis. So I definitely think it's going to be Saudi Arabia to defeat Bahrain in the final of the 2019 Arabian Gulf Cup. Final on that. This is just an update video to share my thoughts on the semis and just to give you who I think is going to win the final. Saudi Arabia. I'm final on that. What are your thoughts? Who you think will win the final? Would it be Bahrain or would it be Saudi Arabia? I'm going for Saudi Arabia. It could well be Bahrain. I could well get my prediction wrong again. I don't mind. I'm not a psychic. I'm only giving my insight, my thoughts on what I think would happen. That's for the people who's going to say stuff in the comments, by the way. But good luck to both teams. May the best team win. And that's all for now. That's all until the final. I will come back to talk about the winner. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.